Hey, you guys, I'm back again with another message. This particular message, um, I had to pray on. God told me to record it, and then He told me when I can release it. So if you're seeing it, He told me I can release it now. But a lot of God's children are struggling with unforgiveness. All right, a lot of y'all have been praying, asking God, like, God, if something is blocking me from receiving my next move or my next step or wherever I need to be at next, or to get to my next, to get to my new, God is saying that y'all are struggling with unforgiveness. And in order for God to bless you, in order for God to forgive you, you have to be willing to forgive someone else. And so, if you are struggling with the spirit of unforgiveness, God wants you to deal with that spirit so He can bless you. So, like I said, if you're dealing with the spirit of unforgiveness, please deal with that spirit so He can bless you. You have to forgive the people that hurt you. You have to forgive the people that despitefully use you. You have to forgive these people. The Bible, it says, bless those that curse you and pray for those that despitefully use you. You have to pray for these people. Okay? God even might use you in a situation to be a blessing to some of these people. You got to remember, God even told me about the story of Joseph, took me back to Joseph, about how his brothers had came back. Joseph had to, he provided for his brothers, but he didn't position his brothers because he knew how they were. So whenever they came back, whenever they had came to Egypt because they needed food before the famine, he provided for them, but he didn't position them. And a lot of y'all gonna have to provide for people that mistreated you, people that use you, but you don't have to position them. And then you can love someone and bless someone from a distance. You can do it without you having to be physically involved with this particular person. Okay, there's ways to do that. All right. So, again, God wants you to deal with this unforgiveness, and forgiveness does not necessarily mean for you to forgive this person and let this person back into your life. No, forgive them, but you don't. Sometimes we have to forgive and love people from a distance. Um, Again, like I said, I have people in my family that I love them. They did me wrong. I love them to death. I forgive them, but I had to love them from a distance because I know deep down the spirit that's within them has some type of animosity, has something against me that I did nothing wrong to them. So I just had to love them from a distance. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. God told Abram to separate himself from Lot, his family. He didn't do it at first. He was disobedient until everywhere they went, a fight broke out until he had no choice but to be ye separated. And we can still be ye separated, but still walk in the spirit of forgiveness. I forgive you. I forgive you. You can be like, I forgive you. I love you, but I have to love you from a distance. And that's okay. We cannot walk around here with unforgiveness in our heart and think that God is going to bless us. We cannot walk around here with unforgiveness in our heart and think that God is going to forgive us. He's not that type of God. He's not going to do that. All right. God is want you to be blameless in this hour, and He's seeking for people who has a pure heart, clean hands and pure heart in this hour. And God is saying He wants you to deal with the spirit of unforgiveness. Please deal with the spirit of unforgiveness, okay? That's why a lot of God's children might be stagnant during this time, because you're dealing with a spirit of unforgiveness. If you know you wrongfully did somebody wrong, go back and apologize to these people, okay? The Bible says if you have an out against your neighbor, to go to your neighbor. So if you have an out against someone, you need to go to that person. You need to make it right, okay? Because this is what's holding up a lot of y'all blessings, all right? So again, I just want to come and share this quick message. God is saying to deal with the spirit of unforgiveness. If y'all feeling like y'all being blocked, stagnant in any type of way, and y'all are struggling with unforgiveness, that is why. Deal with it. Deal with it, okay? Because it's what blocking your blessings. And God wants to bless you. He takes pleasure in blessing and prospering his children, but he cannot do it when you're not walking in full alignment. He cannot do it if you're holding on to stuff, grudges and unforgiveness and stuff that is not of God. So again, I'm saying this with love. Deal with the spirit of unforgiveness. And I'm led to say, deal with the spirit of unforgiveness before it deals with you. Because when you don't deal with unforgiveness and you harbor it, it turns to hate. It can turn to bitterness. It can turn to hatred. It can turn to jealousy. So deal with it before it deals with you. All right, you guys. So I wanted to come and share that. I love you all. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I will chat with you all later.